Super Macho Gamer here, and today we have the Xbox Game Showcase. It's E3. I have no idea what they're gonna show. I have no expectations, so let's just dive right into it. I mean, should expect Fable, Gears of War. I don't know what else, realistically. Outer World, I think they already confirmed. There's a direct of that for Outer World 2 right afterwards. Outer Worlds 2. I mean, it's smart just to get it out of the way. Invasion of Arcadia. Never actually beat the first Outer World game. Just had realistically no desire to like halfway through. It's such a basic, I don't want to say like Fallout or Bethesda clone, but it kind of felt like that. It was bare bone. I mean, the slow-mo stuff was cool. Kind of broken if you got a sniper rifle and you silenced it and you made it to where every time you killed somebody with a headshot, because it was a critical, it would automatically refill the slow-mo meter and you could essentially never run out of slow-mo. Like, you would just can kill a whole group of people just being in slow time. I'm assuming they're gonna add a third-person mode because they keep showing third person, but I doubt it. I'm gonna be honest, it does nothing. It looks like the first game, but nothing about it screams I want to play it. It's on Game Pass, so I will probably get around to it, because same reason why I play the Oblivion remaster. It's on Game Pass. I don't gotta pay more for it. I can just play it. Oh, this looks like the High on Life. It has a stupid little talking guns. It's such a CGI trailer. Was the first game even fun to play? I know people complained about the guns never shutting up. I had no desire to actually give it a go because it just reminded me of Rick and Morty, and I honestly don't care much for that show. I mean, of course it reminded me of it. It was made by one of the creators of Rick and Morty. Rise 2? A game that actually probably could do really good if it got a sequel. Such a misunderstood, underrated game. Oh, this is, what's it called? The Plague Tale game. Didn't this get like announced yesterday? It's like a sequel spin-off thing, like A Plague Tale Resonance, A Plague Tale Legacy. There you go, like a sequel spin-off, whatever. But I'm pretty sure that got announced yesterday, unless it got leaked early yesterday. Can never keep up with leaks and announcements anymore. The Xbox Portable, a weird way to reveal a handheld. No, it's just the ROG, the Asus handheld. Isn't this already a thing? Hey look, a game that's never gonna come out. I'm gonna be honest, most of these handheld computers or anything don't really mean anything to 90% of people who play video games. The only reason why the Switch and the Switch 2 is relevant is not because it's a portable system, but because it is a Nintendo system. It lets you play Zelda and Mario on the go and at home. Like, if I'm gonna play these, I'm just gonna play them on the Xbox or on my computer, and most of these games probably aren't gonna be that much fun to play on the go. I'm curious if you buy a game on your Xbox, if it now goes over to your PC. I mean, if that's the case, then it kind of just makes sense to buy digital if you play on the Xbox, because at that point you technically now have it on your computer too. I hope that is one of the benefits of this little announcement. Everything's cross-buy. No reason not to. That's pretty much what Game Pass is already. I was gonna say that game looked a lot like The Witcher 3, and I'm pretty sure the company that's making it is a group of people from CD Projekt Red who left the company after the release of The Witcher 3. And if that's the case, it 100% makes sense to why the combat honestly looked like The Witcher 3, just a little bit closer to third person. Hey, it's Meat Boy. God, how long ago did the original Super Meat Boy or Meat Boy come out? And now they're making a 3D one? I mean, it looks like the same game, just in 3D. Early access? I mean, technically an indie game. Just weird to see early access at a showcase or a direct or a state of play. This Ninja Gaiden 4? Oh, it's totally Ninja Gaiden 4. Yep, Ninja Gaiden 4. It looks like 3D Ninja Gaiden, so hopefully it plays more like the first, well, not exactly like the first one, but Ninja Gaiden Black and Ninja Gaiden 2. It's Ninja Gaiden. It looks like Ninja Gaiden. Comes out this year though. That's pretty cool. It's day one on Game Pass, Bethesda. It's not, okay, I was gonna say there's no way it's the next Elder Scrolls game. Doom would have made sense, but so is Indiana Jones. Assuming DLC, the only thing that would make sense, there's no way a sequel will be coming out this soon after the game came out. God, that was already last year. Still need to get around to playing it. Kind of forgot that as a first-person game. Those guys look like they were heavily inspired by the second movie. There's no way this is Fable. Game Freak. Always forget, technically Game Freak can make games for other companies. It's like they're not technically a Nintendo studio. The Pokemon company is. Looks super pretty. And there's a doggo. Piece of Reincarnation. Is that the title? Or is that just like what your character is supposed to be? That is the title. A title. Sounds more like a subtitle for a sequel game than main title of a game. Fable. Clearly, it's, I mean, if this is a Fable game, I wouldn't be that shocked, but we know, well, what they have shown for Fable has been exclusively a fantasy game. In Exile, I'm pretty sure those are the guys who made the Wasteland games, the new ones. It's like Thief, Dishonored mixed with a little bit of Bethesda, I guess. The thing is, like, so far, while this game's super unique, it's interesting, I have no idea what it's about. Clearly, it has RPG elements, but like, what kind of game is this supposed to be? Jesus Christ, what like isn't this game doing at this point? Like, every idea someone had, they decided to throw it in. Now it kind of looks like they had Atomic Heart, the game no one's allowed to play because of Russia, mixed with oh, what game was that? Deathloop, the Xbox PlayStation exclusive for a while. To me, that game was just all over the place. I have no idea what's going on with it anywhere. I forgot an expansion for Diablo 4 came out. I mean, I will say the Clockwork Revolution game is a prime example why Game Pass is kind of a very nice thing to have right now, because I just based off of that announcement trailer, I would not buy it. Would not buy it at all. But since I can play it on Game Pass, I will most likely give it a go, and it could be great. Could be ass. So they're making another game that's supposed to come out this year. At this point, I'm just convinced Obsidian as a studio has overstretched their developers, because they had a bunch of ideas and it was like, let's just make everything and we'll get it done. It won't be the greatest, most complete games out there, but we'll get a bunch of games out there. It's a sequel to, what was the game called? Grounded? I think that's what the title ended up being when they finally released it. I didn't even think that game was played that much to warrant a sequel. Completely forgot that game came out. Using an Offspring song for this game is an interesting choice. The game preview is pretty much early access, but that comes out next month. So they had Avowed come out, what, in February? Grounded 2 comes out next month in July, and then they have The Outer Worlds 2 in October. There's no way any of these games are gonna be fully fleshed out and like a proper, like, quote unquote proper, fully developed game. Because I know Avowed, a lot of people complained that it's kind of lackluster, super linear, while the magic and combat looked super pretty and like visually beautiful. There wasn't much to the game. It was like Dead Space. It really does look like Dead Space. They even have like the Dead Space stomp. Another Bethesda game. The Chronos game, actually, that one, out of all the games shown so far, definitely is the one that piqued my interest the most. The Clockwork Revolution game, I still don't know about personally. And we have more ESO. Did they actually add Oblivion Gates to the game? Honestly, I always forget this game exists until they announce more expansions or DLC for it in these showcases. Pretty sure this game's still not on Game Pass technically, which is really weird because it should be. It's honestly like Fallout 76 with the what was it, Fallout First? Like, why is that not included in Game Pass if you have Game Pass at this point? Out of everything they just showed, I didn't even know there was a European space agency. Out of everything they just showed, the only thing that remotely was interesting to me was at the end there with me, they had like the little robot alien noise going on. You know, I'm starting to question whether a lot of these games are as boring and uninteresting as they appear to me, or if I'm just starting to not care about video games anymore. Because my God, do I not give to anything about what's going on in here right now. It's a game. People will probably play it. I could care less. There also won't be any me at the grave. Either this is an expansion for the remake of the, or remaster or whatever, of the Age of Mythology game, or it's a new Age Mythology game. I'm gonna say it's an expansion, a quote-unquote expansion for, what was it? I think it was called like Age Mythology Retold. Age Mythology Retold. I don't know, for some reason I've never liked the random expansions they've added on their quote-unquote remake slash remaster of the Age of games. They never felt like they properly belonged to the base game that they were being added to, especially Age of Empires 3. Makes no sense for you to be able to play as Mexico and the United States of America against colonial England, who can revolt into the United States of America. What in the world's going on here? So you're like special forces and then a girl in a varsity jacket. I legitimately have no idea what's going on. Bad thing that's going on and throughout the showcase. Most of everything they're showing, I'm guessing what kind of game it's supposed to be. Like, is that a third-person shooter? A horror game? A mystery game? Is it going to be like Control? Is it going to be like The Division? I don't know. This looks like another game that came out like a few years back that people loved. Like you were on a boat or something. This the Odyssey continues, so I'm not fully wrong. This is like a follow-up to a game that came out. I don't think it was a game I was thinking of. Nintendo Switch. I wonder why it doesn't say Switch 2. This is like the third or fourth Bethesda game, even though it's just more of a game that already exists. Of all things they could have added to Fallout 76, fishing was not something I ever thought it needed. You know, I honestly thought the state of play was kind of lackluster in the long run, but so far there's very few games on this showcase that is making me excited. Like, nothing they have shown has really got me excited to want to play on my Xbox or on PC. I mean, they're just going straight to game to game to game, but none of these games do I want to play. Looks like Power World. A lot of stuff in this game that they're showing right now just doesn't look real. Like, nothing in this game looks like it's a real game. Like, there's something about it that just screams like it's a CGI or super fake gameplay trailer. Anemo? Well, of course he's happy and wants to thank everyone because he can't believe that he's allowed to bring back Pro Skater 3 and 4. God, he looks so old now. New music's cool, but if you're gonna have the old music, I know they're not gonna have all the old skaters. They didn't have all the old skaters in the first two remakes, I believe. Activision presents. That's a weird way to put it. Captured on PC. Smart to show the comparison between the old one and the new one. Old version and new version. I don't remember any of these parks. Oh my God. Mikey's horrifying looking. Smart just to throw Doom Guy in. Demo. It's the demo today. Okay, that's cool. Comes out next month. Wow. Right around the corner. That one, okay, out of a lot of the games shown, that one has definitely got my interest the most out of everything here so far. We went from Tony Hawk, which I actually want to play, to that, which people probably will love, because I know people played the Spirit Fair, I think their previous game was called. That did nothing for me. So it's a God of War. The Gears of War remake. Yeah, because it's coming up to PlayStation. God, they kept the original shaky cam with the running from the first Gears of War game. I wonder if they're gonna have that weird PC level. Yeah, they are. For those of you who only ever played the 360 version, they added for the PC where you'd have to fight a Brumac and run away from a Brumac, and they added it in the last remaster, I don't remember what the Xbox One version was called, and it slowed and chugged down the campaign. It was so unnecessary of an addition. I really hope they weren't going to include it, but you're fighting a Brumac, so they 100% did. What, Persona 4 remake, Persona 4 revival remake. I'm pretty sure this technically got leaked because the voice actor for one of the characters actually came out saying that he was not brought back to reprise his role, one of the characters. I mean, it's smart just to redo the games, because they're what, Persona 3 Reborn, I think it was called, was pretty much like a one-for-one remake of the original PS2 game, which you can't even technically play anymore. 40 years of Rare. Can't believe they're still making Sea of Thieves stuff. I can't believe Sea of Thieves is still a thing. Like, that game is just a game that keeps on keeping on. Jesus. Bloody hell, that was bloody. I shouldn't be surprised that they're making a video game on Invincible, since I know the TV show got a lot of attention, especially because they added him to Mortal Kombat Omni-Man. So it's a fighting game. It kind of looks like the Power Rangers game, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid. I don't know who made that game, so I'm kind of curious if it's the same people who made it are making this. I would not be surprised if that's the case. I mean, it's a 3v3 Invincible game. I never watched the show, so it means nothing to me. And here we go, Final Fantasy VII Remake finally coming to the Xbox. It's only been like 5 years. And we know it didn't come sooner because Sony literally paid Square Enix to not bring Final Fantasy over to the Xbox. And we're getting Final Fantasy 16 to the Xbox because, once again, Sony paid Square Enix to not have these games come out on the Xbox. Honestly, if you have an Xbox and you want Square Enix to continue releasing Final Fantasy games or any of their games on the Xbox, you need to at least play the game, even if you don't buy them. Because, like, if they're showing these, I guarantee they're coming to Game Pass. It's the only way to get Square Enix to continue to release their games on the Xbox platform. Kind of want to know what the achievements are like. I've never actually looked up the trophies for Final Fantasy 16. They're not terrible to go for. I probably will replay it on the Xbox just to make sure Square Enix continues to release their games on the Xbox. I want to say this game is Psychonauts 3, but I have no idea. Okay, I did not see a walking lighthouse as the thing. This screams Tim Burton. That is Phil Spencer. He doesn't look so good. So next year, Fable, Gears Day, new Forza game, Halo, says he just said it. I don't know if anyone's really excited for Halo anymore. I wonder how much that thing's actually going to cost. Technically a weird statement because they have less people playing on Xbox than ever before, but technically have more people on Game Pass than ever before, and Game Pass technically counts PC users. It's not Halo, it's not Fable. They just made a point that's next year. So what will be coming out this year? Probably a new Call of Duty. Titanfall 3? I doubt it's Titanfall 3. It can't be Titanfall 3. We already know that Respawn Entertainment had to scrap it. I have no idea what this game is. Or is it Call of Duty? It is Call of Duty. It's a sequel to Black Ops 2? Call of Duty Black Ops 7. It's a sequel to Black Ops 2. Nothing about that made me think Call of Duty. Alright, so this is the Outer Worlds 2 Direct, and I don't care about that. So, I don't even remember what they showed. Black Ops 7 is just weird. I mean, of course there's going to be a new Call of Duty, but a sequel to Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 6 just came out. Black Ops 6 isn't being received that well right now. Honestly, the multiplayer is not that great. I don't even know that campaign. It's the first Call of Duty where I have not played the campaign for. Grounded 2, I still don't think Grounded 1 was that big of a deal for them to make a sequel. Outer Worlds 2, we already knew that was coming out. There was the game made by the Spiritfarer people, which did nothing for me. Clockwork Revolution, which could be interesting, but it did not show enough or anything to give me an actual idea what the game's gonna be at all. That hotel game, man. Final Fantasy coming to the Xbox finally is a good thing. It's a really good thing because it means Sony either can no longer or can no longer afford to pay off companies to not release their stuff on the Xbox, which is just a win for everyone. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 and 5, the demo. I'm interested by the demo. Michelangelo looked really weird. Man, I legitimately cannot think of most of the games they showed in that showcase, which is shocking because I thought the state of play was kind of lackluster. But in all honesty, I think Xbox's showcase was technically worse. They showed way more, but they didn't show anything that actually makes me they didn't show anything that got me excited for anything coming out on the Xbox later this year, which is the whole point of these showcases, to make you want to buy their games, or I guess get Game Pass and play their games. Nothing they showed did that, man. So either of these games legitimately aren't interesting to me, or I don't care much for video games anymore, which is always a reality. Let me know what you guys think about the Xbox showcase in the comments down below, and I guess I'll catch you guys next time, since it's still quote-unquote Summer Game Fest, and they're going to be hopefully showing games that actually make me want to play video games right now, because this definitely didn't do it.